The newest films on the blocks this week both dabble in the macabre. One a straight-out horror film starring Russell Crowe, the other a horror comedy about Dracula's familiar, Renfield, starring Nicolas Cage as Dracula. In both cases, the casting is the scariest part of the film. We chose to review Renfield because while horrifying, at least Nicolas Cage is also hilarious. Crowe just makes us scared. And sad. So very, very sad. Directed by Chris McKay, who helmed the very popular Lego Batman movie and the less than popular Tomorrow War, comes Renfield, a dark comedy based on an original story from Robert Kirkman, creator of the Walking Dead comics. Starring Nicholas Hoult as the titular character, servant of Dracula, Renfield takes place in the modern day, with the story we know of Dracula providing the character's backstory, through clever use of footage from Universal Pictures' original 1931 Dracula. Renfield is now a member of a support group for people stuck in codependent relationships. Renfield himself longs to be free of his servitude to Dracula. Co-starring Awkwafina as Rebecca, a traffic cop with a vendetta against a local crime family, Renfield and Rebecca soon become unlikely allies as their paths cross. While a unique idea and story connecting the characters we know to the original story and bringing them into modern day, with a focus on Renfield as a character repentant of the evils he's helped commit and looking to free and redeem himself, Renfield could have been a smart and creative film that focused on unique aspects of familiar characters and tropes. Throw in a comedic and action-packed flair, and the movie could have been a wholly original take on Universal's monster properties. Something Universal has been seeking since their failed attempt at a monsters cinematic universe that crashed and burned with Tom Cruise's The Mummy, which so happened to feature Russell Crowe. Sad, sad Russell Crowe. Anyways, Renfield unfortunately does not live up to the potential of its premise. While the action and gore is over the top, they do nothing creative with many of the violent deaths and fight scenes. Coming not far after John Wick 4 and other well-made action films this year, Renfield just feels cheap, and CGI blood splattering just for the sake of it grows old fast without any creative or well-choreographed set pieces. The comedy is often generic and uninspired. In fact, I would say that of the writing as a whole. Barely touching on character development or emotional growth, the characters are all provided with generic motivations, with the film never expounding on these motivations. Even the performances are fairly straightforward. Nicolas Cage does chew the scenery as he often does so well, but he alone doesn't save the film. Comedic moments outside of Nicolas Cage exist, but the genuine laughs are too few and far between. Renfield, in summation, is just a milquetoast film, which after Tomorrow War might be a trend forming from Chris McKay. It's not that Renfield doesn't have potential or even some terrific moments, but there's not enough of anything in the film done well enough to make me want to sit through it again. I applaud Universal for trying creative spins on their monster properties, but hopefully they find more creative minds to partner with for any future movies. Renfield is humorous and will be enough to pass the time with for many, but I'd say skip it. I give Renfield 2 out of 4 stars.